We're going to get another insight into the state of our economy as the November retail figures are going to be released. Christmas is now only, well, a week or so away, a few days, isn't it? A week and a few days. So where have you been doing your Christmas shopping? Have you been tempted by the bargains that are already on offer in pre-Christmas sales? Or have you been doing your Christmas shopping online? Or have you just not been doing it altogether and you've decided this year you're not doing Christmas presents? Well, joining me in the studio this morning is the founder of the 99p store chain, who is based in St Albans. It's Hussein Lalani. Good morning. Welcome to Three Counties Breakfast.
Good morning.
And as far as you're concerned, things are going great guns.
That's right. We've actually having quite a spectacular week. We have opened 5 new stores this week. 2 in the Republic of Ireland, 2 in Birmingham, and 1 in Reading. So
you're doing all right. Now, do you put that down to the fact that you're cheap?
We're cheap, as in we offer, low cost products, but good quality products and a lot of branded products. That's right.
What do you think is more important to people at the moment? Is it getting the best price possible, the cheapest price, or is it good customer service?
I think in today's market, it really is more price conscious. People are looking for the best bargains, and they will go far and wide to find them, and they don't mind. They really don't mind where they shop these days.
So it doesn't matter that the shop assistant might not look you in the eye, they might be on the phone at the time, or they might just can't be bothered that you're even there. As long as it's cheap, we're not that bothered.
I still think there's no excuse for bad customer service. It depends what kind of store you're going to. If you're going to a high-end store, obviously there's less customers and there's more people looking after you. Whereas you go to a store which has a lot of volume, something like mine, whereas it's more a case of just getting people through the store as quickly as we can.
And what about the beginning of this year? Have things picked up for you throughout the year? Because in these current economic times, it must be businesses like yours which are benefiting.
That's right. We benefit in 2 ways. We benefit in getting new customers who previously may have shied away from going to a discount store or a 99p store. But the main way we're benefiting right now is unfortunately, because of all the retail collapses, all the stores that are closing down or sort of reducing the number of stores, we get to move into those spaces. And it's a bit of a land grab for us discounters to get in there.
And there used to be, well, there perhaps still is, but there definitely isn't amongst my circle of friends and my family anymore. There used to be a snobbery of, oh no, we can't possibly shop in these pound stores and these 99p discount stores. Now we're all in there having a lovely time and buying up all the bargains that we can find.
That's right. I mean, I was just looking on the internet yesterday, and there are just so many people who are chatting about, look, where can you get cheaper Christmas puddings? Where can you get cheaper mince pies? Where can you get the cheapest tinsel? And there's a huge debate raging on the internet, and everyone is going to discount stores.
What do you think of the argument, though, of bringing in more charity shops, bringing in more pound stores, more 99p stores into our high streets? It's actually bringing the high street down.
Well, I think it's not really bringing the high street down. It's part of the evolution of the high street. The high street is evolving, and what I would say is it's more important to have filled up stores than empty stores. Empty stores bring the whole area down more than a discount store absolutely will. I mean, I'm proud to open stores on high streets. An average store of mine brings 2,000 customers a day into that part of town. And that can be good for other retailers who are next to me.
But do we lose quality on the high street?
No, I still sell branded products. I'd say 70% of my products are branded, and the same brands you find in any big supermarket.
And I've always wanted to meet someone like you, because when I lived in the north at university, it always amused me that the pound store was always there, and one day the 99p store, just like yours, opened next door to it. And I thought, I wonder just how much of a difference that penny does make. Do you think people are more attracted just by that 1p difference?
I think it's a psychological difference. It is. It obviously has a certain ring about it, 99p. And people, when we started the business 10 years ago, it was a gimmick to have the name as 99p. But I guess in today's market, every penny does count.
Well, it seems to be working for you. What do you think we'll find from the retail figures this morning? Because when we've spoken to traders in Luton yesterday and in Bedford last week, they said that shoppers are browsing rather than buying.
That's right. I think the November figures will be down compared to last year, and there's a couple of reasons. The weather, because we've had unusually warm weather, well, for the first half of November, it means a lot of winter textiles are not selling. And a lot of sort of winter car care and that type of product won't be selling through. And I think overall people are waiting till the last minute to see if retailers do reduce their prices and if there are any last-minute sales.
And Mary Porter's yet made her 28 recommendations this week to David Cameron as well about our high streets, and she says they're in a terrible state and we really need to do something about them. What would you do to boost our high streets in Beds, Herts and
Well, I had a good look at the reports, and I think there are some really good points in there we can all learn from. And one of the recommendations I particularly liked was the idea of street markets and encouraging, the markets. A lot of the markets were the seeds for our towns in the UK, and if we can promote those, it's is a good sort of starting point, and let's call it entry-level retailing for a small business person.
And what would you have? Not necessarily in your own shop, but you need to go out today, you need to buy a Christmas present for one of your family members, and you walk into a shop and there's exactly the thing that you need, and it's quite cheap and a good price, but you go into another shop and it's exactly what you want, but it's a little bit more expensive, but you get a great service, a brilliant customer service. Which one would you go for?
Today I'll be going for cheap.
Right. That's it. I don't think you'll be the only one as well. Hussein, many thanks for coming in and talking to us this morning. Hussein Lalani from St Albans opened his 99p chain store 10 years ago, and this week has already opened 5 others across the country. It seems that these kind of stores really are benefiting in these current economic times.